All right, we'll just wait about 15 more seconds here. Glad you guys could make it. What I'm about ready to show you is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to move sort of fast because we have a lot to cover, but pay close attention. And if you can, get a pen and paper. You may want to take notes on this. All right, just 5 more seconds. 5 or 10 seconds. We'll wait to get a few more people in here. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to Vocalist Studio, 8 steps in 45 days to train chest and head voice into one seamless voice of power. That's to say, to be able to bridge and connect or move seamlessly from the chest voice to the head voice through the vocal break, doubling your range, expanding your agility and your ability to sing better with no choking, no squeezing, no pushing, no nonsense in regards to training to become more coordinated, to build the motor skills and build your strength for athletic singing. All right, this is the program, and I want to thank you guys for coming. We're going to move it sort of fast here. So if you have a pen and paper, I want to encourage you to take notes. Let's get started. My goal for this presentation is to show you a training course and a book and a program, and it's a method for training the voice, to make the voice have better motor skills, dexterity, agility, coordination, and strength for singing, so that you can express yourself better as an artist for singing, expand your range, stop choking, pushing, on all those things. And this is a course and a book that I have dedicated my life to, quite literally. I'm 50 years old today, and I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. The course and the book that you're going to see today was built in about 7 years. All right, I locked myself up in this studio to build the most comprehensive, best home study vocal technique training program on the planet. And we did it. We literally did it. And that's what you're going to see today. And so that's part of my goal. And the other part of my goal is to help you. I'm a voice coach. I'm a teacher. I'm here to help you guys. And I really want you guys to sing better. And you can do it. And this is the program that can do it for you. Now, a little bit about myself. I've been teaching singers and voice coaches for about 20 years. I'm the author of a best-selling book called The 4 Pillars of Singing, and it comes with a complimentary or companion online course. It's the course in the book we were just talking about. It's been sold in about 157 countries around the world in many different languages, and that's what we'll be looking at today. And I'm also a teacher of teachers, so I'm not only a teacher of students, but many voice coaches work with me through the TVS Certified Instructor Program. So, of course, if you are a voice coach, feel free to contact me after this presentation, because we do have a robust voice teacher training certification program that we'd love to talk to you about. But whether you're a teacher or you're a student, everybody has to know this information. Now, I've done over 65 vocal technique master classes in 7 countries around the world, sponsored by Rode Microphones, TC, Helicon, Electro Voice, other companies that get behind us to bring good vocal health and technique to singers. And I've been performing as an artist for 35 years, and I've spent 12 years in the technology world. Now, this is relevant to singing and the presentation and the course and what I'm going to show you, because it's that background in technology when I was in the IT world, working at Microsoft and other companies, that has enabled me to not only develop a wonderful training method to help you as a singer, but also to develop the delivery system, the website, the mobility, the way the system is distributed to you off of any device really takes a lot of technology know-how, and we couldn't be doing this without the technology know-how. I'm a member of the National Association of Teachers of Singing and a member of the Voice Foundation, which is the world's oldest research association for voice. I actually spoke at the symposium in Philadelphia a few years ago. And I'm also a member of the Grammys. Now, I made a few key discoveries about vocal training over the last few years, and here's basically an overview of what I've learned. I've learned that to sing better, You have to build new physical strength and motor skills, because voice training is an athletic endeavor. At TVS, we train vocal athletes. Maybe you've seen that in some of our videos. And that's not just a cool phrase that looks neat on a coffee cup. It's real. This is like a gym for the voice, all right? This methodology that I'm going to be showing you. And if you're not training like an athlete, then you have to really ask, what are you doing with your time? Because this really is a physical endeavor. It's sort of like dancing or gymnastics or shooting baskets. It takes a lot of repetition through training and practice to build motor skills and build physical strength. And singing is no different than dancing or ice skating or anything like gymnastics or anything that requires great physical strength and coordination. Singers have to have great teachers and great techniques that work. Okay, sounds so obvious, but it's really hard to find. It's hard to find a great teacher and techniques that work. There's a lot of noise out there, but you know, I'm sure some of you can kind of sympathize with me when I say that it's sort of difficult to find, but you found one today, and this program absolutely works. But there is one thing you need and want to do. Okay, there is one key thing that you need to do, and that's really what we're going to focus on today. It sort of touches on our title, and that is you need to learn to bridge and connect. Now, bridging and connecting, what does that mean? It just means the ability to sing with one voice from your chest voice through the vocal break, through the passaggio, into the head voice. Okay, that's the bridging maneuver. To be able to bridge the chest register through the vocal break into the head voice, into the head register, which typically is sort of falsetto-y, sort of windy and girly and falsetto-y sounding on top, until you learn how to connect. So to bridge and connect, again, one more time, is the ability to sing seamlessly from the chest voice to the head voice with no pushing, squeezing, breaking, or any instability problems. And once you get to the other side, once you get to the high notes, to make your head voice not sound falsetto, but chesty, full, boomy, and convincing to your audience. If you can learn to bridge and connect, you have built the fundamental motor skills to open up all kinds of styles of singing, and a lot of the other problems that you may be having with singing will sort of melt away or solve themselves if you can focus on this one primary mission, and that is to learn to registrate through the vocal break, chest voice, head voice, and there's two parts to this. When you get to the head voice, make it sound chesty, full, and boomy. And that's what everybody needs and wants. There's a lot of you that won't disagree with me on that. And that is really what I've dedicated my life to, doing personally and teaching. Before we move on and get into the methodology, I just want to kind of cover some myth busting. There's some ideas about singing and that are propagated out in the industry and just in the general public that need to be addressed before we go any further. And I want you to be able to have a clear mind. We need to remove this baggage and these ideas that you might have signed up for, that you might be believing in, that are preventing you from, going for it, from training and really diving into your journey of becoming a great singer. And always the first myth that needs to be busted is the myth that some people are born to sing and others are not. Okay? That's what people tend to think if they don't know any better. And I'm here to tell you that is completely wrong. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm not BSing you right now when I tell you 9 out of 10 people can learn to sing better. They can learn to sing better. Why? Because, as I said before, it's just a matter of physical athletic training. If you you go through the repetition and the motor skills and the strength building, you will get stronger and you'll begin to sing better, provided that you have the right techniques and the right method, which we're going to show you today. All right. So, the other thing about that is we can look back at a 400-year history of voice coaches and students working together to become better singers. I mean, it's at the university, it's at private schools, there's books. I mean, it's an industry that exists for a reason, because the reality is that although you may not have been born to sing like Bruno Mars, there's a rare small handful of people that are kind of born and they sing great naturally, but that's very rare. Most people can learn to sing really great if you just do the training and you learn how to do it. Okay. Next myth. Baritones can't sing high. All right. Guess what? That's completely false. Baritones can sing high. The traditional classical voice classifications are called vocal Fach. That's F-A-C-H. It's German. Vocal Fach. Okay, so when we talk about bass, baritone, tenor, alto, soprano, that's the vocal Fach. The vocal Fach really is only relevant to classical singing, all right, especially casting roles in opera, and choral singing, where people have to sing together in a big, giant vocal chord, which obviously having these different voice classifications sort of makes sense because you're singing a big giant chord. That's where we really see it being relevant. But in contemporary singing, in contemporary commercial music vocal training techniques, which is what I do and what we're talking about and what a lot of you really need and want, the old traditional vocal Fach doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it says absolutely nothing about how high you can sing, okay? So baritones can sing high. A baritone can sing just as high as a tenor. Now, I'm a baritone, and if you go out and you listen to me sing, you can hear me singing really super high tenor parts, okay? And I'm able to do that because of the training and the methodology that I developed, and I train my own techniques, and I'll be showing you guys that. So you guys out there that think you're a baritone or been told you're a baritone, or even if you know you are a baritone, the message to you is, who cares? It doesn't matter. So stop worrying about that, okay? It's a big problem, and it can take the wind out of the sails of a lot of good singers that have potential, okay? And any voice coach that tells you, well, you're a baritone, you won't be able to sing high, red flag. Turn around, find the door, and run like hell, because they're not doing you any favors. It's just wrong, okay? Now, since we're talking about it, the difference between a baritone and a tenor doesn't have anything to do with how high you can sing. It has everything to do with the mass of the vocal folds, how thick the vocal folds are, the anatomy of the vocal folds, which then influences the sound color. So a baritone and a tenor can sing the same high note, but when a baritone sings it, it's a little bit darker, a little bit chestier, a little bit fatter, a little bit boomier. In some regards, that's preferred. So stop, you baritones out there, stop thinking that you can't sing high. That's just completely bunk. You charge forward and you start training and you can do it. And I'll show you how. Here's one. But I can find free secret tips on YouTube. Free secret tips on YouTube are all I need. Come on, let's get real. Free secret tips on YouTube are entertaining, maybe. They can provide an occasional insight from time to time, but you're not going to get anywhere sitting on your duff watching YouTube, okay? Even if you collected the 50 best, most useful tips, all right, on YouTube, and you are a YouTube video tip collector, there's a lot of them out there. If that's you, it doesn't mean you're going to become a better singer. If you're not training, if you're not actually working on scales, 30 to 120 minutes, 3 to 6 days a week for 45 to 60 days. If you're not training and practicing and working out, it doesn't matter how many YouTube tips you've collected or how many channels you're surfing through. You're just dreaming. You're wasting your time. And this program and this method is for people that want to train and get after it. So if that's you, I encourage you to keep listening. Here's one. My current program is good enough. My teacher said I'm not ready. My program doesn't have any bridging and connecting. All right. If any program or teacher you're working with just happens to not be addressing the bridging and connecting skills, if the content that you're working on or the lessons that you're having are not on the very first day addressing the ability and the necessity to sing seamlessly from the chest voice through the vocal break into the head voice without pushing, squeezing, and choking, if you're not having bridging and connecting and registration and singing in the head voice discussions, and you're not doing workouts to help build that on the very first day, red flag, red flag. Okay? And if anybody ever tells you, oh, you're not ready for that, you're not ready to train your head voice, you're not ready to sing through the vocal break, that is the biggest red flag of all. Now, I'll just tell you a little inside secret. What that translates to is, I don't know how to teach you how to bridge and connect. And instead of admitting to you, my student, that I don't know how to teach you how to bridge and connect, I'm going to turn the tables on you and make you feel like it's your problem or your limitation or that you're not ready. Something about you is preventing you from being able to bridge and connect. It's something that some students are told, unfortunately. It's sad, by people that don't know how to teach them how to do what they need to do and what they're asking them to teach them to do. Okay? So you can do this. It works. Believe me. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. All right. So at this point, I just want to have you guys ask yourselves some honest questions. Okay? How important is it to you to sing with freedom? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter to some of you, but others it does. How important is it for you to double your range and to stop squeezing and pushing and having problems on high notes? And are you able to bridge and connect right now, today? Even if you're not in a training program or with another coach and you're just singing, in your cover band or what have you, are you able to bridge and connect? Can you do this today? And are you getting return on your time and money? For those of you that are enrolled in some kind of program, I want to invite you to ask yourselves a very honest, soul-searching question. Are you getting a return on your time and money? And how would you know? Well, you would know because you're talking about learning how and getting better at bridging and connecting every day. You're bridging your registers. You're expanding your abilities and skills in singing in the head voice. You're singing without pushing, squeezing, choking, and constriction issues. That's one way to know. All right. So if you answered no to these questions and you answered yes, that it's important for you to have freedom, then let's continue. That's why I want to introduce to you the 4 Pillars of Singing Online. This is the course. This is the online course I spent 7 years developing, really in some regards, a lifetime developing, honestly, but got to work building it 7 years ago. And with it is the 616-page book. So it's a book and an online course that is dedicated to teaching singers how to train to become more motor skilled and build more strength for singing. When you get the program, by the way, it's one-time payment, lifetime access. All right. You get download files and you get online streaming. So both, you can stream off the internet from any device, or you can get source download files. Some people want that so they can burn a disk and just kind of put the files on their phone. And I just want to be clear that what we're talking about today is the full version of the TVS program. This is the 4 Pillars of Singing. Okay, this isn't become a better singer or any of that stuff. This is the 4 Pillars of Singing. This is the main flagship product. Okay, this is everything that I've put together. Now, the program has perfect English captions on all the videos, and every page can be translated into 109 different languages. So this training program is nearly totally translated into any language, just about any language you might need. The book is 616 pages. There's a hard copy that we're going to ship out to you. I'll personally sign and ship it to you. And then there's a PDF ebook inside the course. So you have both the electronic version and the old school hard copy version. I actually do personally sign every single book that leaves my studio with a nice little note in the front cover. Now, the course has 180 lessons, and it comes with quizzes so you can measure your progress. There's 500 videos with audio training content, so this is jam-packed with media. Every single vocal workout comes in a slow, medium, and fast speeds, and they also come in versions for men and women, so that's pretty cool. In a lot of other training programs, the vocal workouts start too low for women, and women can tend to get lost. So I fixed that problem. I actually made a complete duplicate set of all the solo piano workouts in the program that you'll be working with, especially for ladies. Starts 5 notes higher on G3, G for girls. Every single vocal workout that you'll be training with has a high definition multi-camera video demonstration of myself performing it. Our website at thevocaliststudio.com has a real-time chat system, so you'll be able to contact me or one of my associates anytime you have questions regarding your training. So let's dive into the methodology. The way that me and my teachers and this course and book will guide you and teach you how to train. All right, you're going to practice and study onsets. Now, onsets just means the beginning or how you start a note. We'll elaborate that a little bit more in a second. You're going to practice, study, and practice vocal modes. And vocal modes it's a pedagogy idea that categorizes different vocal techniques into groups for the purpose of making the teaching and the learning easier to understand. Okay? And we have 2 groups of vocal modes in the TVS methodology that you're going to learn about that are going to make you a great singer as quickly as possible. Now, one of the things that's also unique in the TVS training method is I developed training workflows. Now, a workflow just means step 1, step 2, step 3. It is the sequential steps for any process. Okay? The fastest way to build motor skills for anything, it could be golf, it could be basketball, it could be dancing, it could be singing, is to break the techniques down into training workflows. Now, you're going to have superior practice content, workouts, website mobility, and tools. That's that technology we were talking about earlier, and this sort of is referencing that earlier slide when I told you that you've got the most comprehensive online vocal training program on the planet. Drilling down a little bit, what is an onset? An onset just means the start. It just means the beginning, okay? And if the onset is good, then the training and singing will be good, all right? But if the onset is bad, the training and the singing will be bad. So at TVS and the methodology and the course in the book, we make a big deal about how we start, okay? TVS students and teachers train onsets, okay, because we want to be able to get off to a good start. It's our version of the tennis serve or the baseball pitch. Now, onsets help you to isolate your motor skills and build strength training. We have certain onsets that build strength for belting and singing in the head voice, for example. We have certain onsets that help you with your respiration. We have certain onsets that help you with vocal fold closure, all kinds of things. So again, when you learn these 8 onsets, you have sort of a bag of tools that you can use to fix your problems quickly. Onsets help you to troubleshoot specific vocal problems. And the lyrics is where technique and art meet. You take your onsets, which all start with phonetics, consonants and vowels, and you're training a knowledge of those onsets, and you sing and you identify them or map them in your lyrics. Here's the same idea of how the onsets and the phonetics and the lyrics all come together to make sense. And I really love this graphic. What we have here is we have the last verse of Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. As many of you know, that's a very hard piece. Now, what I've done is I've circled certain letters in this lyric. Apart from the fact that it's a beautiful lyric, it's beautiful poetry. Notice that certain letters are circled, and I've got these little arrows telling you, according to the TVS methodology, to our onsets, according to our onsets, what kind of onset it is. So now you see that by studying the TVS onsets in our methodology, you end up studying and training the phonetics that are going to exist in your lyrics. And this is a huge, huge revelation. It saves so much time in your singing. I mean, is this making sense? Are you guys getting this? Train the TVS onsets, then become an expert at just the basics of certain phonetics that are going to appear in every lyric and every song that you sing. And if you're training those phonetics, you're going to sing those lyrics better, which means you're going to sing better. Isn't that cool? And it's not complicated in the program. It's super basic. You're just going to learn 8 onsets. That's it. And practice them. Now, singing vowels are also important. We talked about the acoustic modes or how we do vowels. Singing vowels are important because vowels in singing are somewhat synonymous with resonance. So when we say vowels, singing vowels in this presentation or any discussion about vowels and singing, we don't typically mean these vowels at the top. We're not talking about language or linguistic vowels. We're not talking about A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. We're really using the term vowels as a metaphor for sound color or resonance. These 10 vowels are the sound colors you're going to plug into the vocal workouts that you're going to be training every day. So you're not just going to be, doing workouts and making some sound and not really understanding what you're doing. No. I'm setting you up for something here. You're going to be smart about your workouts. You're going to be picking an onset, and you're going to be picking a vowel or a singing vowel or a sound color for a good reason. And the reason you're going to pick any particular singing vowel to train over is all explained in the course. The features, advantages, and benefits of each one of these vowels. These singing vowels manipulate the larynx into different positions. Okay, I'll just give you a little bit of foresight. As a student of this program, you're not going to be a dummy, that's for sure. You're going to understand exactly what's going on, and you're going to understand what a vowel is, you're going to understand what an onset is, and then you're going to learn to put them all together into integrated training routines or customized training routines to fix your unique training issues. This all comes together, this is all leading to something, and this is the big end game. You're going to learn how to customize your own training routines. After you have trained and understand those onsets, and you've trained and understand those vowels, and you take a look at the big comprehensive vocal training program that you have with the 62 workouts, you're going to put them all together to develop integrated training routines. So you've got your onsets plus your vowels plus the training content that comes with the course. And when we put those 3 elements together, when we plug them together, they become integrated training routines. First time in the history of teaching students how to train and become better singers, what we have done is we put together a methodology that enables you to build your own customized vocal training workouts, your own customized vocal training routines that you can use to go after your own unique problems, okay? Because each one of these onsets on the far left has their own features, advantages, and benefits. It's all explained in the course. It's in the book. It'll explain to you what they can do for you. And when you know that, and then you do the same work and the same study on these vowels, so now you plug in an onset to a vowel, and then you choose a training routine, you put them all together, you're integrating onsets with vowels and workouts. And unlike other training courses where you're just sort of going nay, 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 or ga, 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 and you're just making some kind of vocal sound over a scale, but you really don't know anything about onsets. You don't know why you're doing an N or a G. You don't know why it's a ga or a ga and not a goo. Or, I mean, there's no training or any education about the vowels. That's the detour route. You're going to struggle with that. As my student, as somebody who is skilled in this methodology, you're going to be training scales that have intelligence behind them. They're going to be smart. You're going to be smart about what you're doing because you're going to understand these onsets and these vowels, and you're going to be able to pick through all this lovely content to train with. So we don't just do vocal workouts at TVS. We do integrated training routines. That's different. We're actually looking at the training routine, the integrated training routine lessons in the course. This is a screenshot from the course. And although I encourage you to get really good at this so that you can build your own customized routines with your own combination of onsets and vowels, and I really want you to do that. If you do that, you're being a really great student. But I have provided for you 13 proven best practice routines that I do every day in here in my studio with my students for the last 10 years. And these routines are the same routines that a lot of the certified instructors use as well. Now, 8 steps in 45 days to build the head voice. Here are the headlines and the things that you'll need to know. 1, you're going to view all the Robert demonstration videos. So when you go in to do a vocal workout, to make sure that you don't get lost, you're going to watch the video demonstration of me doing the workout. Just sit back and just watch it. Don't even train on it. Watch it once, then train over the top of the video. It's a great way to get started. 2, you're going to refer to the training workflow guides. I haven't showed them to you yet, but inside the course is a set of workflow guides, like step 1, step 2, step 3. You're going to apply vocal cry mode in everything you do. It is an absolutely, arguably, maybe the most amazing thing that I have come across personally as a singer and as a voice coach in my entire career. I mean, it is like one of the top 3 things in this entire presentation. You absolutely have to apply vocal cry mode. 4, you're going to do the training warm-up routines. Remember that slide? I was talking about the new warm-up routines every single day. Before you get onto the integrated training routines, before you get into the deeper stuff and you start singing the other techniques and you start maybe even going into your songs, you're going to warm up. You're going to warm up for every session, especially as a beginner. Next, you're going to learn your first 2 onsets. We went through 8 of them. We just kind of did a little introduction, but just to keep this simple, 8 days, 8 steps in 45 days. First onset you're going to train in the program is the track and release onset. That's the one that starts with the nasal. We just demonstrated it. And the wind and release onset. That's a onset that starts with an H. You're going to study acoustic modes, or you're going to study the acoustic mode lectures and the modules, of course, but then the vowel color that you're going to train with is A, as in eggs. And then I'm going to recommend for you some integrated training routines. So before you begin to build them yourself, I'm just going to recommend that you do these routines that I already created for you. They're in the program. Coordination and tuning, number 1 and 2. And strength building routines, number 1 and 3. And you're going to commit to 30 to 120 minutes, 3 to 6 days a week for 45 to 90 days. If you do this, if you do these 8 steps in 45 to 90 days, you will learn to bridge and connect. I guarantee that you will radically transform your voice. I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. Now, at this point, you might be feeling a bit like this. Maybe feeling a little overwhelmed. Book training is you know, when you want to do it right, there's a step to it, and I put this together for you. So this is for people that are ready to study and ready to get after it and transform their voices forever. Let me ask you a quick question. Is it okay if I show you this this deal that we put together for you? I think you're going to like it. Let's do that. You're going to get the world's most comprehensive vocal training course ever produced. You're going to get the 4 pillars of singing. This is the main course. On the left side of the screen, you're seeing sort of the landing page for the course, which is the 4 pillars of singing full course. It has 13 modules and 180 lessons. On the right side, you're seeing the quick access training page. Now, the quick access training page is the page that experienced TVS students go to for their daily training after you have learned how a vocal workout goes. So over on the left side, on the course page, you'll learn how the vocal workout goes. You'll see video demonstrations of me doing it, and you'll learn how to train that particular workout. When you know how to train a particular workout, you can then go to the quick access training page on the right side, which is an additional facility and feature I created for you, which creates convenience. It saves you time so that you don't have to open up individual lesson pages for each workout. Because on the training page are individual widgets or training boxes that have all of the related training content for every single workout, all on one page. So you can go through 3, 5, 10 different workouts without opening up a page, closing a page, opening another page, and then closing another page. You can go straight to every workout that you need right on the page right here and stream it. Okay, it makes it really convenient. 13 modules, 180 lessons, 350 videos, 53 different workouts. Each workout comes in a slow and a fast speed version, and each workout comes in a female and a male version. Okay, every vocal workout comes with a high definition video demonstration of myself performing the workouts right here in my studio in Seattle, Washington. And they're pretty cool. We set up like 4 different cameras and did shots with different angles. It's sort of artistic. I think it's pretty cool. Every lecture on the course side has a quiz. So it's about 170 quizzes. The quick access training page I just described for you. And something that I think is super cool. For those of you where English is not your primary language, it's your secondary language, if you can read English, this is going to be great because every single video inside this course has perfect English captions. You just push on the closed caption button on the video and you can read perfect English. And all of the copy on the pages will translate into 109 different languages. So if English isn't your first language, no problem. We got you covered with perfect English captions in the videos, and we can translate the pages into your language. That's super cool. Plus you get bonus videos on these lecture pages that you don't find in any other program anywhere on the internet. The total value for the comprehensive course and training page is $189. But we're also going to give you the full 616-page ebook. With the online course is a complimentary ebook. And in this book, you have graphics, anatomical illustrations, training workflow guides. It's 7 years of training content and everything you need to learn this methodology and train properly. It comes with the course. 616-page ebook with full color. Here's a shot of some of the color graphics that come inside the book. As you can see, these are great looking graphics. The book is beautiful, by the way. It's just great. So you get the full online course and quick access training page valued at $189. And you get the complete 616-page ebook valued at $99. Total value of $288. And on top of that, we're going to give you training download files. Singing students oftentimes need the source files. I understand that. So when you get the program, we're going to give you access to training download files. And what you're looking at here is a picture of the widget where you put in a password and you download the training files. That way, you can train inside your car. You can burn the files on a disk. And those of you that are streaming, if you actually have the source files, you won't blow out your data plan. So that's really helpful as well. So total value so far for the full course on the training page, $189. The complete complimentary 616-page ebook valued at $99, and the download training files valued at $99. Total value of $387, and we're going to keep going. This last spring, I went to Germany, Italy, and France and did a training vocal athletes masterclass tour. And we took cameras on the road with us. And what we did is we took documentary footage and training footage from those presentations and those master classes in Germany, Italy, and France. We came back and we put them together into an online course. So there is an entirely additional new complimentary course that's called Vocal Masterclass Robert Lunte Live documentary course. It's a lot of fun. It's footage of me teaching students and voice coaches in front of a live audience, no scripts, totally improv, and it does a nice job of reinforcing the methodology and the concepts that you're going to learn in the main course that we're offering you today. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you free access to this Vocal Masterclass Robert Lunte documentary course. Okay, totally free. So you're not only getting the main course, the 4 pillars of singing, but as a bonus, we're going to give you access to this documentary course from this tour that was in 3 different European countries. That is a killer deal. So let's add this all up. The main 4 pillars of singing online course and quick access training page valued at $189. You get the complete 616-page ebook, full color, valued at $99. You get the download training files so that you can burn a disc and listen to inside your car, valued at $99. And you get the Vocal Masterclass documentary course, an entirely additional new online course we're going to give you access to, and it's valued at $159. And we got more. We keep going. So far, we're at $546 in total value. Now, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to give you 4 key PDFs. These are downloads. These are documents you'll be able to download. You'll be able to print them out. And these are what we call the Accelerator Download Bundle. And I want you to be able to have these documents on hand. I want you to be able to print them out, put them on your hand, and keep them in your training space. And let's talk about what we're going to be giving you. Okay, the first one we're going to give you is the training workflow guides, or 4 easy to follow routines that show you how to get around inside the 4 pillars of singing training course. Up here at the top left corner, we have the 30-minute quick and easy workflow guide. Now, these are just basically workflows that show you where to go inside the course and what lectures to train and view. And then the green bubbles are showing you where to do the training. So this is a great way to answer the question of where do I go, what do I do next? All you have to do is follow these workflow guides, and that'll show you how to get around inside the course and the program. In the top right corner, we have a beginner's training workflow guide. In the bottom left corner, we have the intermediate and advanced workflow guide. And the bottom right corner, we have a comprehensive or compound routine that we call the foundation building routine that a lot of students work on. Okay, so when you get the program, you're not going to be totally lost whatsoever. You can go straight to these training workflow guides, print out these PDFs, and it'll tell you exactly where to go early on so that you can immediately hit the ground running. We're also going to give you a troubleshooting table. Okay, the troubleshooting table is a PDF that allows you to look up any one of your vocal challenges and vocal problems and then reference a matrix, reference a table. And on the table, it'll tell you recommended solutions. Okay, so for example, at the top here, you see it says singing out of pitch. And then it's offering you about 6 different solutions that you can work on to help you to sing more in pitch. This is super cool. This saves you a heck of a lot of time. And I'm going to allow you guys to print this off. All right. In the bundle, we're also offering the 6 Maestro David Kyle breathing workouts. These are breathing workouts that are designed to build the strength and the coordination of your core respiration musculature, diaphragm, the obliques, and sort of the musculature down around in your lungs. It builds lung capacity, and this is good stuff. I've been doing this since I was about 15 years old, and I inherited it from Maestro Kyle. I'm going to give you guys a PDF with these 6 Maestro David Kyle breathing workouts that you can do to build your lung capacity and your strength in respiration for singing. And by the way, these are the same workouts that Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, Chris Cornell, Jeff Tate from Queensryche, Ann Wilson, Liza Minnelli, and many, many others have used and trained. I've used them as well. This is cool. You will not find these breathing workouts in any other program, only in the 4 program, the full program that we're offering you. So the other PDF download we're giving you is Singercizing workouts for offline training. And what that means is you don't want to only be training inside a controlled environment, your workout space. For sure, I want you to have that workout space when you get up and running, but you can get a lot of work done and you can build a lot of motor skills and a lot of strength for singing just training in the car, in the stairwell, on a hike, walking to work. You'd be surprised at how much work you can actually get done. But the thing is students need to know what to do. If you don't have a microphone in your hand and you're not in your controlled training environment, what can you do driving down the street? Well, this is a PDF printout that's called Singercizing. And by the way, when we're training in an uncontrolled environment, like walking down the street or riding in your car, we call that Singercizing. Okay, so this is a PDF of Singercizing workouts that you can use so that you can stay on top of your training every moment of the day. All right, so your training isn't only in your controlled environment, in your training space at home or over the weekend when you have quality time and privacy. You can also be training in the car, walking down the street, in the stairwell, on a lunch break. And the Singercizing workouts PDF is the piece that's going to show you what you can do in that offline training time. It's super cool. So let's add all this up so far. You've got the full online course and quick access training page valued at $189. You've got the complete 616-page full color ebook valued at $99. We're going to give you the download training files valued at $99 so that you can burn discs and listen to files in your car without blowing out your data plan. And I just think this is cool. You're going to get an entirely additional course called Vocal Masterclass Documentary Course of myself in Germany, Italy, and France, teaching other singers and voice coaches in Europe with live, in front of a live audience, reinforcing the concepts in this main course. So you're actually getting 2 courses, not 1 with this deal. And the accelerated download bundle. Key PDFs that you can download to keep by your side with you to make your training much easier. The training workflow guides that'll show you how to get in and around the program. The troubleshoot table will allow you to take a vocal challenge, a vocal problem, and look up suggested solutions and save time. The Maestro David Kyle breathing workouts and the Singercizing workouts. Total value is $605 for this entire bundle together. But one-time offer today, right now, we're going to offer you all of that for $189. $189. You get the full course with the training page. You get the 616-page full color ebook. You get the download training files. You get an entirely additional second online course of me teaching all these concepts to students and teachers in Europe. The Vocal Masterclass Robert Lunte live course, that's 60 additional videos, and the accelerator download bundle of key PDFs to make your training easy and efficient. And we're going to give that to you with a 14-day money-back guarantee. That is the deal. I have never offered a deal like this, honestly. I've never given away so much value and so much features and advantages to you guys ever until we put this presentation, this offer together for you. So that's what we're offering you, and we're happy to do it. And just would love to have you as a student. If you have any questions, feel free to send us some emails, and we will get back to you immediately to answer your questions for you. In the meantime, I encourage you to go after it. For $189, you're getting a $605 value for $189. And I guarantee you that this course will work. If you do the work, if you do the training, if you commit 30 to 120 minutes, 3 to 6 days a week for approximately 45 to 90 days, if you make a commitment to these workouts, you will radically transform your voice forever. That is a personal guarantee, all right? And I'm giving you the best offer for the best home study training program available on the planet. What do you think of that? All right.